Okay, well, Sandy's back from the hunt over at the 5 Acres flea market. She got up. I'm sure she was one of the first people on with who I'm sure she's one of the first people who got there to do some serious buying. Said evidently there wasn't a whole lot to be gotten today. Yeah, other days it's a veritable paradise, a paradise of earthly delights for antiquers. But today I don't know. Maybe it's because it's kind of cloudy and cold, and frankly, it halfway looks like rain. It's a little breezy out, chilly. Yeesh. I mean, even 3 or 4 cups of coffee probably won't do it, right? So I imagine there was just a kind of a slow turnout of vendors, and uh, well, when that happens, the pickings do get slim. I'm sure she got a thing or two, but not like, she wasn't. No, she didn't have her, the whole darn van filled with stuff. Not this time. There'll be another time, trust me. Oh, bless her heart. She's good at this. I swear she is so good at picking, and a very good personality for selling the stuff to people. And she always makes sure the items are authentic and nicely cleaned up and just looking good. And then she tries to. She believes more in moving it out than asking top dollar. Yeah, get it, buy it, fix it up a bit if need be, clean it up a bit for sure, and then go sell it. Don't go for the for the world's record in price tags. Right. It's better to move it and get some more. If nothing else, heck, that's the fun of it, finding those items. There's times I remember once old timer came into my store one day and he had this what looked like a fireman's hat. I may have told this story before, but it was one of the great, wonderful stories of my career selling antiques. It just looked like a metal fireman's helmet. The guy I said, "Gosh, what the devil is this?" And it basically had like a metal top, then it had a metal back to it. It had like earpieces which would go over your ears, and I believe there was a bar that came down through the visor over your face. And I think somehow or another that had a way of positioning out a little from your face or staying in position so it wouldn't block your view. Obviously, it was a fighting helmet of some sort. At first, though, I thought it was just a fireman's hat for some reason. And I bought it off the guy for not much money. I think he was happy, I to get 10 or 20 bucks for it. He was very tickled. And I put it on the shelf. And well, as it turns out, a friend of mine, come running in one day after having seen the hat, and came running in with a book. This young lady came in with a book and said, "Look, look." And she's showing me the picture of the hat. And it turned out that hat was from, and how it ever got into this old man's basement, I don't know. He said he picked it out, fished it out of a garbage can. Um, but it turned out that this hat was from uh, the late 1600s. It was a hat that would have been worn by Cromwell's soldiers back in the day. I believe Cromwell. Forgive me, I might have the name wrong. Um, and it was for his troops. It was their battle helmet, for crying out loud. So the darn thing was like 300 years old, give or take. And a long story short, I sold it to a museum, and I think I got $400 or $500 for it. And I gave the guy some more money when I saw him. He used to come in pretty regular, and I gave him a bit more. And of course, he was tickled. But again, he said he just picked it out of a garbage can. I said, "I wonder if there's any more metal in that garbage can. You may have He says, no, he said, most of it was garbage. The hat was just on the top. So, well, we lucked out. And indeed we did. But it was, now and then that's the fun of antiquing, I think. When that happens, oh, you got something to tell your grandchildren. Get right down to it. It's pretty cool. And every now and then Sandy will come home with a real knockdown, drag out, cool thing. I'm trying to think of some. I can't come up with any now. I'll have to ask her to give me a list because every now and then you'd be surprised the baloney you'll find, and it's pretty cool when you do. Of course, you also got to watch. There's an awful lot of stuff that's reproduced, and you think you're getting something old in it, and it isn't. So you got to kind of be on the lookout for certain methods of construction, etc. on these items, things to look out for. But that's all the fun of it. It's kind of it's kind of like detective work, only no one gets hurt. Yeah. So anyway, kind of cool. Thought I'd say, and well, I've got to go up and be. I think I'm doing carts today at the supermarket. I got a feeling, and so I want to make sure I got my long johns on, and I better get up. I better get up to the old Acme and see what's cooking. I'll see you later, though. And like I said, Sandy said she did okay, so we'll leave it at that. See you later. God bless. Bye now.